Unsyndicated presents Off the Air with Sean Baligian.
It is a very happy day. It really is. I don't know why this day is so special. It just is. Blake, I don't even know how to explain it. And listen, if I'm being honest, the NFL is like a solid third on my pecking order list. Like really and truly, the NFL is a solid third on my pecking order list. It's NHL, college football, and NFL, but there's just something special about schedule day. I don't know how to put my finger on it. It just is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm in the same boat. NFL's not my number one, but there's something about just looking at the schedule and seeing what you think is going to happen. We have this need to want to predict things.
Yes.
I think that's all it is.
Yep, that's exactly it. You know, the crazy thing about it, and I think back to like when the station that I used to work for, that you work for now, and of course, if you aren't familiar, Blake is with 760 WJR, the Mitch Albom Show, and Sports Rap. It was always fun, I think, to kind of look ahead to what different events would be going on and things like that. Because, you know, again, for a guy like me, I was there at Ford Field when they were at home very early in the morning and had to do the television show, on the field and then run up. And I did it with our mutual friend, Steve Courtney. And it was always fun to kind of plan out, all right, oh, this will be cool. That'll be great. Thankfully, we're not going to have to be outside too much in December, whatever the case may be. But honestly, I don't know what it is. I think, and I don't know if you're at that point in time in life yet, but a lot of us that are older, Blake, at one point in time, I used to love the summertime. I mean, love it. Now the summer is nothing more than making me wait extra long for the greatest season of all.
Yeah,
And I've always been a fall guy. I was when I was a kid as well. But I mean, summer was so fun, and summer vacation, hooray, riding my bike around the neighborhood and ball fields and all that. Now it's just like, can we get this summer thing over? The sooner I can get to the cider mill, the sooner I can, put on the sweatshirt and head to a game, whatever the case may be. Like, I have no use for summer anymore. And it's fun looking at, I'm going to be doing this on this Thursday night and that on that Monday night. I mean, it really is something cool here in the middle of May.
No, I agree. Fall is the number one season without a doubt.
Well,
it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. Nick said one day where I missed Killer's predictions. Yeah, 8-8. That was always 8-8 was always the beautiful prediction. It always seemed like that's what came out. Nick said not an overly difficult schedule, early bye. I see how the NFL was being cute, open with our playoff teams, and with can they overcome in Dallas and San Francisco, 5 primetime games, 5 Sundays I can go to the cider mill. Yeah, I hope we don't have to make any. Legitimately last year where there was just one Sunday where like the Ravens game, it was like, all right, well, I'm going to the cider mill today. Like, I have other things to do. I'm just not going to waste my time watching this. Yeah. Really, that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know how I do my Sundays, though. I have Red Zone on the main TV, and then the Lions game on the second TV.
Yeah,
that's how I roll.
Yeah,
I like seeing everything.
Do you want to get it out of the way right now before we talk about
it? I would love to.
Let's do this, and then I have to tell you about a new friend of the show as well. Okay, there it is. Sunday, September
in all
8th.
of its glory. Look at it all.
Look at that. Let's go right game after. This is such an exercise in futility. I am the first guy to admit it, and yet I'm absolutely addicted to it. I am not going to lie. All right, go to the top. Go to the top there, cutie pie. You ready? I'm going to make you go first.
Oh, you don't want me to go first.
No, I do want you to go first.
The first game's going to be an L. I'm taking Stafford.
Okay.
What?
I got the
What?
Lions.
Okay.
I got the Lions. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, week 2. Tampa Bay at home. Big revenge spot for Baker Mayfield. He's not going to pull it off. I think the Lions win that game.
Okay, thank God. Like
you like how I built that up, though?
Listen, if you were going down that road, I may have filed papers to kick you out of the Lions limo.
But I built that up well. I've been doing this radio thing a couple of years now. I got it down.
Yes.
What do
okay,
you got?
You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Win.
Okay. W. Sunday, September 22nd at Arizona, 4:25 start over on Fox.
You want to go first?
I'll let you take this one first.
Win.
I agree with you. I think that's a win. Monday, September 30th versus the Seattle Seahawks on ABC.
By the way, Todd said if they drop that home opener Stafford after giving him that contract, the fan base is going to be hot. They'll kick Blake out of the limo too. What's more of an indictment? Blake out of the limo or ticked off Lion fan? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
So just to go back on that, do they do the video?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think they do.
You really think so?
Do. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just how it is in modern sports.
Okay.
Like I understood why they didn't do it for a playoff game, but I think his first regular season, you do the I'm coming home or something like that. You know, play some sappy Eminem song or something. I don't know.
Honestly, really for me, no. I don't know. Too much time has passed, right?
I think that's why though, because time has passed.
I don't know. I'm just not like, honestly, for me, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, okay, great. Fantastic. Yeah. And I'm going to say the same thing. It's like, it's not about hating on Stafford. He's with the other team now. Like, whatever. You know, I mean, like, honestly, that's the way I feel about it. It's like, I don't wish ill will on him. I think he's a good dude. He won his Super Bowl. It's not like I'm sitting there with, pom-poms or anything. But good luck, I guess. I hope you get your ass kicked when you play the Lions. But you know what I mean? I mean, honestly, that's my feeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jeez, Pete.
Seattle, Monday night. I have that as a W.
I am terrified of that game.
But it's a home game.
Can I tell you why I'm terrified of that game? And I openly admit I shouldn't be terrified of that game.
You're afraid of Geno Smith.
They really had their number the last couple of years, whether we want to admit it or not. But Pete Carroll's gone. Yeah. Not that I thought Pete Carroll was a great coach or anything, but
Cheat Carroll and the Seattle Cheat Hawks.
I do, like Nick said, Seattle has our number. I'm terrified of that game, but I'm still going to be an utter slap, and I'm going to say win.
Do they win the bye week?
So what do we have going into the bye? Just so you're 3-1, I'm 4-0.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, you're a slap.
Oh my gosh. I'm being honest though. Like, I hope people know me. And I mean, in this business, I've heard all sides of it. I've heard you're a hater, you're Lion friendly. I've heard all sides of it, right? But objectively, I gotta say that.
Okay.
Oh gosh. See, Nick said 4-0-2. All right, go ahead.
L. They're losing to Dallas.
I agree with you.
Something stupid will happen. Something crazy. Some rule that we've never heard of. You agree, by the way?
Yes, I have an L there. I have an L there. That's their first loss. That's their first loss. So you have them at 3-2. Yep. I have them at 4-1. Jason said Blake bringing in the spreadsheet makes Sean want to yell at clouds. It's kind of true.
It's a Google Doc, so
I
we're
don't
at a
know.
happy medium.
My doctor's Dr. Sykert, so shout out to Dr. Sykert. So go ahead.
Minnesota Vikings at Minnesota.
Win. Stop it. Don't
I
overthink
agree.
it.
No, I agree. Oh no! I just lost it.
Did you? How did you lose it? How did you lose it?
Hang on.
Can you get it back? Can you get it back up?
Yeah, easily.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if you got your doc back up. All right, so make sure.
I hit the wrong button.
That's okay. It happens.
I got excited. Okay.
There
Look at that. Like it never even happened.
It is schedule day, so of course you're going to get excited. Come on, are you kidding me?
So we both have W's there.
We both have W's. So what do we have up until this point? You're at 4-2. I'm at 5-1.
Yep.
Okay. Now watch this. This is go on. Tennessee at home.
They'll beat Tennessee. Will Levis is not good.
W. All right. At Green Bay.
W for me.
Loss.
Okay.
So are we both the same right now? We both have them at what?
Yes. Now we are. Yes, we are.
As Steve said, why does it always seem the Lions have to go to Dallas? It seems like
that's true. I swear, there's never been a home Cowboys Lions game.
There have been a few, but they're few and far between.
Not in my lifetime.
Yes.
When? Name the year.
Not that long ago. I remember one game Quincy Carter came in and just blew them up, like maybe 03, 04. Not too long ago as well. See, now I got to look it up. So yeah, you hold on. You get to that. Now I got to Lions Cowboys history. Stay with us for just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Pick a topic. Does Sean yell at clouds? You can there.
Yes, he does.
Is Sean an old man who yells at clouds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions results at Detroit back in 2019.
What?
At Detroit in 2013. At Detroit in 2007. That was the game that they blew. At Detroit in 2003. That was the Quincy Carter game. In Detroit 2002.
Oh, those back-to-back.
Yeah, isn't it? Gosh, damn. Yeah.
So have they just played every year?
Actually, 3 times in a row. There was January 6, 2002, November 3rd, 2002, and then October 19th, 2003. But I'm with you. I'm not minimizing, Steve. It just seems like forever and a day now. It's just been in Dallas. But I remember a couple of those games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so where are we both at now that we got off that? Everybody's doing the same thing, so I'm glad you're joining us right now.
4. We're 6-2, both of us.
All right, 6-2 at Houston Texans.
Or no, wait. Yeah.
Sunday Night Football.
We both know this man's record against the Michigan Wolverines, but I think CJ Stroud comes in and wins that game. So I will say L.
Win.
Okay.
Win. I could you tell I was even debating up until I think it started out as an L and then I went win.
I think that Houston team is going to be really good this year.
They are
scary good.
Absolutely. I think the Lions are pretty scary good too.
No, I'm not. Hey.
You're in, dude. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are in. Okay. I cannot believe we're doing the schedule game and we're like taking it this seriously. This is such an exercise in futility. Like seriously.
And we're gonna save it, and then at the end of the season,
we're
gonna see how we did.
This is the difference between the NFL when I was young and the NFL for like the past decade. Okay, the NFL when I was young, you knew who was going to be good, and it didn't seem to fluctuate pretty much over the course of a season. This league goes like this all the time, even in season. There's always a surprise. There's always a drop dead. Wow, I can't believe this team's so bad. Dave said, got to pound Texans if we real deal. I'm with you. Lions have worse home games game opponents. Probably going to see a lot of resale on Ticketmaster. All right, Jacksonville Jags at home. Win.
I agree. W.
Okay. Boy, we are both. At Indianapolis Colts. Win.
See, I disagree.
Oh,
They're going to lose a weird game. This is
of
the
course
NFL.
I have one coming up, actually.
Okay.
I have one coming up.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Thanksgiving against Chicago.
Win.
I agree. Thursday. Now
Revenge.
you have
Win.
Okay, and I have this as an out.
Okay. That's fair. We have them going 1-1 against the Pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, how do you feel
It
about
hurts
Josh
my
Allen?
heart. You know this. This game hurts my heart. My admiration and full admission of love for Josh Allen means this hurts my heart. But I'm going W for the Lions.
This is a tough one for me.
Go
honestly.
on.
But
Go on.
I agree. Okay,
good.
You don't have to yell at me.
Mm-hmm.
Versus at Chicago in December. Bears weather.
Yep. Here's my. All of a sudden, that young Bears team isn't going to be so young by that time in point in the season, much like last year. Bears win that at Soldier Field.
I'm gonna say W.
Okay.
At San Fran.
This is going to be 2 losses in a row, and then everybody's going to be crying, saying, "Same old Lions! I can't believe this is happening again! Oh my gosh, it's compared to 1992 all over again." Even though they're going to have like 7 more wins, people are still going to say dumb and moronic things like that because they're going to get emotional and they're going to let their emotions get the best of them. But the Lions lose to San Francisco.
I agree.
Okay,
but I don't have it back to back. So
okay,
and then versus Minnesota. I think
Win.
we're both on the same page here. Win. There it is.
So add up our win totals. I think we're both slappy. What do you got?
Hang on, I have to do math. You talk about something.
All right,
I'll do some.
I'll talk. As a matter of fact, can I tell you before we tell you exactly how slappy we were? And I think I already know. Can I tell you about one of our newest friends? All About Catering LLC. Now, this one I can speak in great detail about because, number one, it's family. Number two, I've used them for a lot of my events, whether it be a graduation, a wedding, a bridal shower, corporate events, anything that you need catered. From 25 people to 4,000 people, All About Catering can and will take care of you. Listen, I can vouch for them. They've done some of my events when we have too many people coming over and I can't, sit there at the smoker and sit there at the grill. Who do I call? I call All About Catering. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. So do not sweat your next big event. Just go to allaboutcateringllc.com today. Check out their menus and all of the 5-star reviews. One of them are from me. Seriously. Call them at 586-731-1398. Got a pen? Ready? 586-731-1398. And you can get your event started. All About Catering LLC. All right, so now back to business. Blake, what do you got?
You got them at 13-4. I have them 11-6.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Todd said, I think 2-2 into the bye, and then they win the first against the NFC North, but then the wheels start to come off again, dropping the game against the Packers and on Thanksgiving when they lose to the Bears. Oh, don't say that.
Who's the more negative one here?
I can't. Oh, my gosh. I would just. Ray said all the talk about the Lions, and yet only 2 Sunday Night Football, 2 Monday Night Football. Jets get 6 primetime games in first half of the season. It is amazing. Eric said Kool-Aid, cornbread. Jason said kneecaps. All right, here's one for you, Blake. Who has more wins at the end of the season, the Detroit Lions or the Michigan Football Wolverines?
Are we counting playoff wins for both teams or just for Michigan?
I don't know. What do you think? Ray, you tell us. Are you counting playoff wins for the Lions and Michigan, or no playoff wins? Are you just talking regular season?
If we're just talking regular season, the Lions, 100%. I think Michigan's going to go 10-2.
Okay. Get in the playoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the expanded, yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yep.
Ray said end of the season, so that includes the playoffs. Well, I still say the Lions.
Well, I mean, when Michigan inevitably wins a second natty, then they're not going to win the natty. I'm very self-aware of this. I'm just kidding. It was a troll.
Steve said, better question, Lions wins or Piston wins by the end of the year?
True.
Todd says 11 wins make it to the NFC Championship, held out of the Super Bowl. I wonder how many people would get really.
I think Todd just gave them an extra game though. 11
to
7,
go.
it's too many games
To go to the NFC Championship again. Honestly, I wonder how many people would actually be pissed about that. Geez, oh Pete, it'd be why? It's going to happen though. Look, I get it. Everybody wants to take the next step. That's why I say this all the time. I've been playing this schedule game on the radio for years, and I've said the same line for years. I love the schedule game, but I'm also the first person to say this is stupid. We don't know what the team's going to fully look like. We know most of it. There are going to be some changes. There are going to be some injuries. There are going to be teams on that schedule that we're going to have no idea. Whoa, dude, who knew that? Fill in the blank. The Colts.
That's why yeah.
Damn good, right?
Yep.
That's just the way the league, and that's why I try to count for that every year. What I try to do to counter that is maybe give them a win that I wouldn't normally say win, and maybe give them a loss that I wouldn't normally say loss. How's that?
Yeah. You could easily say Jacksonville team on the schedule. Jacksonville early in the season, that could go either way, honestly. Trevor Lawrence.
I'm a year ahead of the commissioner. Hey,
Todd,
listen. Listen, I'm telling you. I like what he's saying. I like it a lot. And I think once the players union is done complaining about the NFL, they're going to sit back and go, okay, that actually does make more sense. Because just automatically they're supposed to say this doesn't work for the players union. I mean, that's kind of the rule. But then once they get that, they're going, okay, this is actually smart. Wait a second, we're getting another game check instead of one of those useless exhibition games. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Todd, I'm with you. 18 game schedule, 2 preseason. Let's go. 1 home, 1 away. The owners can still make their money off of the useless exhibition game. People like me can still, well, not anymore, but when my kids were younger, I used to say it all the time, Blake. And look, if you're looking for an opportunity to take your kids to a game, to introduce them to the NFL, go to one of those exhibition games. Yeah. If you're a young father out there, I'm serious. Go to one of those exhibition games. There aren't as many people there. The crowd isn't as nuts. It's not as loud. You won't get
shamed for leaving at halftime when the kid inevitably is tired and is over it.
Blake and I did. Did we get shamed for that, though? Did anybody really shame us for that?
We didn't. I don't think we were very public about that.
No, we just
left.
I don't have any problem with it.
Yeah.
Nick said I would sell my season ticket preseason in club for $15. That's where we always said. It's funny you say that, Nick. Whenever I took my kids in exhibition, we just go sit up in the club seats. Jason, preseason champs, #Millen Ball. Yeah.
Did you see my brain trying to count? I know you were reading something.
Yes.
You should have seen me just struggling to count.
Arduous process.
I was going through it, man. I was going through it. You said you had the primetime game schedule pulled up.
Yes. Can I get something off my chest first?
Yeah, of course. This is your show.
Well, Jason just brought it. It's our show.
My name's not on the little thing at the bottom. Yours is. So, whose show is it?
There is nothing worse. Honestly, I think it is my most hated thing in all of sports. That's a big statement, but I'm going to stand by it. There is nothing worse than these people that lose their mind over exhibition football games. There is nothing worse. Nothing.
No, I agree.
Absolutely nothing. I remember a couple years ago, I don't even remember which useless exhibition game it was, but the Lions blew the game late and lost the game. And you should have seen these maniacs on Twitter. And like honestly, and you know me, usually I kind of keep my thoughts to myself. I just go, are you new to this? Are you like are you new to like this exhibition stuff? And well, you got to admit it's just like a Lions loss. And I go, okay, all those guys that were out there in the fourth quarter, almost every one of them will be gone next week. Not 2 weeks from now. Like next week, like next cut. Like there's an even money chance that all 11 guys that were on the field for those last 2 touchdown drives, there's an even money chance that not one of them will make the roster. Like, what on earth are you bitching about? Blake, I don't get it. Every year we have these conversations and I see these people lose their mind. I don't get it. Okay, got enough of my chest. And you don't bet exhibition football, right?
I have. Not
you
often.
Are sick. You're sick and you need help.
There's a system. Overs hit in 60% of preseason games. How do I not fire on that? That's just a system. It's a system play.
In the chat? Is your boy Darren still in the chat? Darren, we are going to have an intervention. We are going to have an intervention for. There's a system to exhibition football. Listen to yourself.
System. What do you want me? If someone tells me system play, I have to play it. That's just a fact. I don't know what it means, but it's a system.
Jason asked, "Did you ever see Millen Ball? Did you ever see Millen Ball?
No.
Have you heard of Millen Ball?
Like Matt Millen?
Yeah, I don't know if there is I don't know if it's still out there. So it was one of those. Do you remember Funny or Die?
Yeah.
All right. So this dude, like this director, made this, and I think it won like awards and stuff like that. But he made like this short on, and instead of Moneyball, he called it Millen Ball. And I don't know if the video's still out there that like exists. And so he called me up and he said, I was working, I think it was like my second to last day at the Fan before I walked away. And he called me and he said, hey, you were doing all those pregame shows and post-game shows during the Millen era. Could we come in and like film you doing your show and like use it as, kind of like stock footage and everything? And because that summer I had done a bunch of stuff for NFL Films. And he said, can we use that and then like have you making some comments about Millen in modern day time? And I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. And then I saw this short he put out. It was like, Blake, I'm not joking. It was phenomenal. And I don't even know if any of those clips exist anymore. But it was Lee. Was that his name? Lee? I think it was Lee. But it was Lee
Ehlers.
Yep. And good dude. And he was like, do you mind if we come into the studio? I go, no, no problem. I was working at 12 and Halstead at the time. And so they came in and shot some video and everything. And it's so funny because I look at it now, I looked like such a baby, I just looked like such a baby. But yeah, that was fun. So that's Millen Ball. That was Millen Ball.
Yeah, it looks like it got removed from the Funny or Die website.
Oh, that's too bad. I wonder if anybody has a copy. Maybe I'll reach out to that Lee guy and see if he has a copy of it. Because I think we're Facebook friends. I haven't talked to Lee in forever. Lee, if you're watching, shout out. But if anybody has that was, you need to see that. He did a phenomenal job on it. Like he made it like Moneyball. And but it was a short. And it was hysterical. Nick said, I wonder if anyone locally got 0-16 right when we did the game-by-game prediction. Nick, I don't know if you were listening to my show on the Fan at the time. And so I'm not tooting my horn. I was the guy that broke the news that Millen got fired. And before the season started, to me, the number one sign, I'm not joking, that told me this team was going to be bad was Millen was quiet. Because Millen talked and he wrote so many checks before the season, Blake. And we were out at training camp, and Millen was very quiet. And my partner, the late Tom Kowalski, like actually said to him, he's like, Matt, what's up? You're not like really talking. He goes, well, I'm gonna let this team do the talking this year. I think you're gonna be surprised. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah. It was a surprising result.
I remember when we did our schedule game, I had 3-13 and Tom had 4-12. And people literally lost their minds. Literally lost their minds. Now you're just trolling. I can't believe you're saying that. Didn't you watch the exhibition? Now, remember what we just talked about with the exhibition. That goes good and bad. If you're putting any stock into the exhibition season, man, check yourself. It doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. So we got killed for that. And a very prominent, and I'm not going to say his name, a very prominent Lions beat writer at the time actually like cornered Tom and I at Ford Field, and he was like, you guys are trolling, right? I'm like, look at this roster. It's horrible. He had them at 9-7. 9-7. Now think about this. Tom was 4 games off. I was 3 games off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's incredible when you think about it. I mean, it really is. It's incredible when you think about it, you know? So whatever.
It was historic.
It broke my heart. I'm not even being funny. It broke my heart. Honest to God, I'll never forget when they had an opportunity in that game in early December to beat the Vikings. And the Vikings scored late. I had been calling that game the last hope on my radio show. Because if memory serves me correct, they had New Orleans and at Lambeau left, and they weren't going to beat either one of those teams. Drew Brees and New Orleans when they were flying in at Lambeau. And so I was calling Minnesota the last hope. And when they lost that game, like I'm not joking, it was infinite sadness. It was because at that point you literally thought to yourself, they're going to go 0-16. They're. Do you know how impossible it is to do that? The fact that a couple teams did it is unbelievable to me. But Blake, you know, in a cap world, it's impossible. It's impossible.
I mean, there's been some bad rosters in the NFL that, I mean, the Jacksonville teams that were just atrocious, like even recent history, like, and they still pull out a win. The Jets with Zach Wilson. Well, you think that, can you just give me a blind without even looking at the schedule record of the Denver Broncos?
I haven't looked at the schedule. They're a 6-win team. Rieger can get mad at me all he wants.
He's gonna be so sad when he sees this.
Right? They're not a good team.
That's true.
Right?
No, I agree. We're gonna do a Broncos preview with Dave. I can't wait.
Are. What is he having? 15-2? Is that where Rieger's sitting right now?
Yeah, probably 17
and 2. Jason said, can't post a pic on here, but the Facebook Monkey Snake League trophy is still fought for, the Tom Killer Kowalski trophy. Pretty cool. Jim said, I was in Florida wearing my Lion shirt after the 0-16 season. I got a lot of hazing, rough year. I had people coming on my window and banging my window. Our buddies from Wealth Advantage were living next door to me at the time. And some of my friends who, Blake, were like you used to be, like just, disconnected from the Lions, decided that they were just going to drive over my house and torture me that day. And literally,
That's
I was I was
I would
sitting in
never
my
do that
office
to
that
you.
day. I'm not joking. I was sitting in my office that day, and the logic behind it pissed me off so badly. Oh, David found the Millenball link. That's so cool. But the logic behind that pissed me off so badly because you know what people said? The Ford family should have to own it. Nah, you know who owns it? We fans. We have to live with that indignity the rest of our days. And there's only one thing that can make that go away. That's it. And that's winning a Super Bowl. Nothing else can make that go away. Nothing. Like on it, like Blake, I'm not being over exaggerative. That was like a kick to my soul. Like I just remember there that Sunday afternoon, and because it was the Packers, it made it even worse. Hope against hope that they would find a way in Lambeau, but you knew. And then it went final, and you're like, I cannot believe they went 0-16. And to think that some idiot tried to warn them 3 years earlier and had a march. Mike, how did we get on this sad topic? Can we get off this?
Well, you spoke about one of our friends that came over, and I think maybe you should talk more about them. What do you think about that?
Can I read what Ryan said? My freshman year in college was 0-16. I was wearing a Lions hat in the dorm, and this girl asked me why I was wearing it and said she felt sorry for me. I also wrote a paper in English that year about being a Lion fan, and I got an A on it. I still feel like the professor was taking pity on me. No, the Fords have to own it. No, it's us. 16 years later, I almost swore. I came so. You people.
You owe some money in the jar from yesterday.
I owe you nothing. And you'll like it.
Not gonna like it.
Can I tell you about Dallas is up 2-0? Thank you. Or 2-1. Sorry. Can I tell you about our friends at the Wealth Advantage Group? My former next door neighbors. They're still my friends. They're still very handsome, and they still do a great job with the Wealth Advantage Group. And if you're ready to take charge of your financial future, look no further than the Wealth Advantage Group, located in historic downtown Northville, owned by two brothers right there, the Hanson brothers, with over 20 years of industry experience. They understand that your financial goals are as unique as you are. That's why they offer personalized expert guidance to help you navigate the complexities of financial planning. Now, whether you're saving for retirement, getting ready to sell your company, or already in retirement, they can help guide you through every step of your financial journey. They work with clients throughout all stages of life and have clients in over 20 states. The investment world, it is a complex one. And if you're ready to start taking your finances more seriously, it's time to work with a couple of experts who also happen to be handsome guys. The Wealth Advantage Group, 248-773-8574, or view their website at www.thewealthadv.com. All right, good. Somebody sent me the Millen. Is there any way I don't know if we can even play it on there. Are we allowed to do that? But you need to see the Millenball clip. If somebody can like put it on there. Oh, it was priceless. And as Jason said, it was an Oscar-worthy winning performance in that. Which one do you want to look at first? Do you want to look at the Monday night schedule? Do you want to look at the Sunday night schedule? Or do you want to look at the Thursday?
My favorite is Sunday Night Football, so let's say Thursday first.
Okay, Thursday.
Like that logic?
Absolutely. Buffalo, Miami. That's an absolute W. Let's be honest. That's an absolute W in week 2. Patriots and Jets. Cowboys, Giants. Tampa, Atlanta. San Fran, Seattle. And the Saints. Vikings, Rams. Texans, Jets on Halloween. That's pretty cool.
That's actually a good game, yeah.
How about this one? You'll have your pants around your ankles. Bengals, Ravens, November 7th.
Daddy Burrow going to put it on Lamar.
Washington, Philly. Steelers, Browns. Black Friday football is Raiders, Chiefs. Green Bay Lions, that's December 5th. Rams Niners,
Wait, time
December
out.
12th.
So that means Niners will get extra rest going into the Lions game too.
Mm-hmm. Browns and Burrows, December 19th. And then Seahawks Bears, day after
Yuck.
Christmas. Yeah, whatever.
Yuck.
So do you want me to move to Monday night?
Yeah, do Monday night next.
Can I tell you what my little Monday night experience was? I give my father full credit for this. Monday night in the fall was always, and Blake, you got to remember when I was a kid, Monday Night Football started at 9, but we would go to the cider mill that seemed like it was a million miles away out in Northville, Parmender's, which is practically my second home, as everybody knows, as I live out here now. But our Monday night tradition was always go to Parmender's, get some donuts and cider, and go home and watch Monday Night Football. What a wonderful tradition with my father. That was all jokes aside, a wonderful tradition with my father.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. All right, you ready? Jets Niners, week 1. Falcons Eagles. Then they've got the doubleheader week 3. I don't know why they're doing that a few times this year.
There's a couple this year.
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, as a matter of fact. Jags, Bills, Washington, Burrows.
Poppy.
That's
the football Poppy.
Monday Night Boner. Then the next week, you've got Tennessee and Miami and Seattle and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, Chiefs, Bills, Jets. Then another one of those double headers on the 21st, Ravens, Bucks, Harbaughs, and Cardinals. Giants, Steelers, Bucks, KC, Rams, Dolphins.
That'll
Texans,
be a sick game. Rams, Dolphins.
Texans, Cowboys will be cool.
That will be good as well.
Ravens and Harbaughs. December 2nd, Browns. And then December 9th, you are going to have a boner the size of Texas. Bengals, Cowboys.
Oh, he's going to put it on Dak, too. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait.
Love every second of that. December 16th is the Bears and the Vikes and Falcons Raiders. December 23rd, Saints in Green Bay. That's when my Christmas Eve prep starts, the night of the 23rd. Lions, Niners, December 30th, and then another doubleheader to end the season. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Now think about that, Blake. There's a doubleheader to end the season, but the playoffs start 5 days after that. Imagine how that works itself out, right? They'll start the playoffs on Saturday, right?
Yeah. So what they'll do is it'll be two games that have playoff implications. And whoever went, those teams will play Sunday and Monday.
January 4th is legitimately a Saturday, though, so it would be a week off.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's a Saturday, yeah. All right, you ready? You like Sunday night the best, right?
Yes. I like the song. I like every.
Okay. Ravens, Chiefs. Ravens, Chiefs. NFL, Brazil, Packers, Eagles, obviously Rams and Lions, which is fantastic. Bears, Texans, Chiefs, Falcons, Bills, Ravens. That's awesome. Cowboys, Steelers, classic matchup. The Burrows and the Giants. It's not the only thing that'll be giant that day.
Oh, yeah.
Jets, Steelers, Cowboys, Niners, Jags, Eagles, Lions, Texans, Colts, Jets.
So many.
Week 12, Eagles, Rams, Thanksgiving night. I love the Thanksgiving Day schedule. Lions, Bears, and I think anybody that knows me, I hate the Bears. I know everybody hates the Packers more, pretty much. I hate the Bears. I think it depends when you grew up. The Bears tormented me when I was a kid. So honestly, screw the Bears. I can't stand the Bears. So Thanksgiving Day is Bears, Lions, Cowboys, Giants, and then Thanksgiving night, the Finns and the Pack. Niners, Bills, Harbaugh's Chiefs, Green Bay, Seattle, Texans, Chiefs, Tampa, Dallas, and then Dolphins, Browns, week 18 TBD. Yeah. So there you go.
I feel like actually all the primetime, obviously for all of them. There's going to be some dud weeks, but those are all pretty good games.
I agree with you. And in particular, Thursday night was so bad for so many years. I think
Yeah.
you and I talked about this last year on the radio. Didn't it seem like every single week it was Jacksonville and Tennessee for like 5 years? Thursday night football, the Tennessee Titans take on the Jacksonville Jags. I thought that was the game every single week for about 5 years.
All right,
Some of the
I
Thursday
still
night
to this day am
so
convinced that
bad.
I'm still to this day convinced that the Raiders and the Chargers play every single Sunday at 4:25.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I-
And then Phillip Rivers is somehow throwing a late interception.
I like what Art said. Anyone who complained about the unveiling on Twitter are a bunch of idiots. Tim Robinson is comedic genius. Also, go Bills. Go look at the replies. Stupid Lions fans. Lighten up, man. Like Art, I'm with you. Lighten the hell up, man. Are you serious? He's one of the funniest dudes. Tim Robinson's unbelievable. The fact that they got the Detroiters to do that is so cool. Lighten up, Francis. It's May 15th. Like, honest to God, what are you getting all pissed at? I don't get it.
People have to be mad at something.
Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh. Art said, Sean, let's go to the Bills and Lions game. It's not going to happen, Art. I tried to tell you that on Twitter. You're my friend. You can come over. I'll make you wings. I will literally make you. What kind of wings do you want? Do you want spicy garlic wings? Do you want the heavy seasoned wings?
How much money would it take for him to pay you to go? Like $1,000? Would you go with him?
If he gave me 500, I'd go.
Okay. Well, there it is. 500. Art.
Art,
Negotiations start now.
Honestly, why do you do this to me, you big meanie? I don't like going to games anymore. I don't. I like, honestly, I did it for 20 years. I like the last couple of years. You know how cool it is to sit at home and just watch the game at home? Jason, you're right. There's no way in hell Blake got the lighten up Francis quote. No way.
What are you even talking about?
Exactly. Can I tell you about Legacy Partners?
I would love for you to.
After Legacy Partners.
I love these guys.
Did you know that thousands of Metro Detroiters have already called Legacy Partners to get help with their home and auto insurance, including some of you who thank you, number one, but most importantly, congratulations, because you save money. Our friends at Legacy Partners, that's what they do. They're one of Southeast Michigan's top independent insurance agents. They provide a full-service, one-stop solution for all of your insurance needs, personal and business, large and small. Now, Legacy has helped our listeners by fixing mistakes other agents have made, asking the right questions to get the right coverage put in place to properly protect you. And chances are, if you haven't checked your policies in the last year, you are probably paying too much and you could be underinsured. What are you waiting for? Get your quote, save some money. These guys can do it for you. Give Legacy Partners a chance to help with your home, your cars, life insurance, Medicare enrollment, business insurance needs. Give them a call today at 586-209-4106 or visit legacypartnersins.com to get started with your new quotes. You'll be glad you did. Great guys, big football fans, hockey fans. You know, that makes me happy. So Art said we will gosh darn Josh Allen jersey ironed up. I swear to God, if you do not go with me and Fish, I'll never, ever forgive you. Bring the damn chicken wings to Ford Field. I'm not going. Sorry. It's not happening. Blake, your mic's muted. I'm not going. I'm not going.
This mic thing, this thing's undefeated against me. $500 cash. That's I think those are fair terms. $500 cash. Cash. No checks, no Venmo, no PayPal. Sean doesn't even know how to work any of those things. It's got to be cold hard cash.
Sorry, guys. Blake, I've explained it. I love the Lions. Do you know how great it is the last few years to be a fan again, where I don't have to be that objective guy on the radio who one person yells at me and says I'm a meanie poo dum and I hate the Lions, and the other person tells me I'm Lion friendly. You can't win when you do those shows. Do you know how great it is to just sit at home and go, you know what? I'm going to wear my shorts today. I made For the 1 o'clock games, I have some spicy garlic wings. The ribs that I put on, they're going to be done by the 4 o'clock game. And oh, by the way, yeah, at the same time I put on those ribs that take about 3 hours and 45 minutes, I put on some big beef short ribs that'll be done for the 8:15 game. That's a day. That's a day. So Art said, I'm all caps lock mad. I just gave you your reason. That is a day.
And
you got to admit, Blake.
And going to games just sucks. So there's also that.
By the way, Lighten Up Francis is from the movie Stripes.
Haven't
Have you
seen
ever
it.
heard of it?
I know of it. I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
It's a classic. There's no doubt
Sure.
about that.
Sure it is.
All right. Nick said, with the huge TVs and great coverage, I'd rather be at home at the game, but I went for 25 years. It's a ton of work going to the game all day in Detroit. Nick, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no disrespect. Go to the game. Have a blast. Just put yourself in my position for a second. That was, as Nick just said, that was, I mean, gosh, 22 years of my life. Just always going down there, being down there all day.
If COVID proved anything to anyone, we don't need to go to the games.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to go.
I mean,
It doesn't even ruin the viewing experience if no one goes. Like, it doesn't. It's football.
Just, I still go to games. The Lions games are a bit too much for me, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not urging anybody to stay home, just like I didn't when we did the march.
No. I mean, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm not
go
urging,
to the game, support it.
have fun, do whatever you want to do. I don't need to go.
No, I'm the exact same way. All right, listen, before we get out of here, can we tell you about Lindsay Broadwell? If you are looking to buy a house, sell your house, both, you need to contact the right agent. Hold on a second. I think I see her. There she is. Lindsay Broadwell. Your house is probably the biggest investment you'll ever make, and that's why you need a pro. Lindsay grew up here on the mean streets of Northville, and she has expanded her team all over Southeast Michigan. She's an expert in all facets of the business, and when it's time to move, our friend Lindsay and her team will make sure you get the most out of your house and everything goes smoothly when you're finding your new home. Buyer, seller, first-time buyer, doesn't matter. Make sure you contact Lindsay at BroadwellHomes.com, and she will help you with everything from start to close. Licensed realtor at Real Broker LLC. Start your search today at BroadwellHomes.com. So just to recap, we did our useless schedule game. Blake and Todd both had 11-6, and I had 13-4.
Slap.
I knew that was coming.
There was one other thing I did want to ask you about. I know we've gone long. Okay. You know what? Do you want me to just save it or just shove it up my ass?
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Are you going to talk about what you heard on the show today?
No, that wasn't it. I can bring that up, though. I was thinking about the Netflix.
There's always a hook. Right,
the Netflix games, the 2 Christmas games, because someone brought it up in the chat, which I thought I heard people talking about that earlier. It does kind of stink. You're taking families away from, or people away from their families on Christmas Day. Who's going to call these Netflix games, though? Like, who's going to be on the call? Because they've never done any live sports before. I'm very interested to see what they do, what direction they go.
You know what's funny, though? I think you and I talked about this last year in another chapter of the NFL Always Wins. Tell me that those games didn't become part of your Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, but this year they're just on Netflix.
Yeah, but still,
you knew that, right?
Listen, absolutely. But still, that is unlike other sports. No offense to the NBA. I think when the Pistons were on one year, I turned on the game for a little bit. I never turned on the game. It was Christmas, right? The NFL, you bet your sweet patootie I had it on. And I'll have it on this year too, you know? All right. Tell you a little story about what Brad Holmes said today. This was very interesting.
So as you talked about at the beginning of the show, I work for the Mitch Album Show, and Mitch had Brad Holmes on today. And Mitch asked a question about the trade for Jared Goff and basically was like, did you think you would ever get to this point? A lot of people thought he was a stopgap quarterback. And Brad Holmes told a story that I had never heard, that when he made the trade to trade away Stafford to the Rams, the original deal did not have Goff in it. And Les Snead, the GM for the Rams, was basically like, hey, I have like had teams contacting me about Goff knowing that we were doing this deal. Do you want Goff to be part of the package coming back to Detroit? So originally Goff wasn't even a part of the deal. They were going to do the deal without Goff.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It's crazy to me. But I just never heard him talk about that part of the deal and how it all went down. So I thought it was very interesting.
I openly admit, I've said it 100 times, I didn't think, whatever, Jared Goff comes in for a couple of years, who cares? He won't be the quarterback a couple of years later. And an already good deal became an unbelievable deal. I mean, really, it was. I remember, speaking of this, Art, you'll get my back. He was trying to talk me into getting into the Lions limo in 2021. And I said, absolutely not. Check back in 2023. And, we know how that worked out. So, and by the way, for people out there, if you're not familiar with this, KC, Pittsburgh, 1:00 on Christmas Day, Baltimore, Houston, 4:30. I'm in.
No night game on Christmas, though. That kind of stinks. I need a night game.
I guess you're right. Yeah. It'd be
They
pretty
did
cool.
it last year.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
and
cool.
By that time, everything's done. Like, at least for me and my family. Like, I'm home by then.
Yeah, right.
I'm home by 8.
Yeah. All right, listen, anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm just happy that we're friends.
You're such an idiot. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Blake. I'm going to see if I can find that Millen Ball link. Somebody claims they sent it to me, so I'm going to look for it. Most importantly, thank you for joining us. We will talk again soon. I think Shep and I are doing something Friday morning. So be sure to check that out. In the meantime, go watch the hockey. Do what you need to do. Be a nice human. Bye.
Bengals are going 17-0.
There we go.
Off the Air with Sean Baligian, featuring Sean Baligian and Blake Majchrzak. Produced by Todd Losey and Blake Majchrzak. Executive produced by Sean Baligian and Todd Losey. Theme song, incidental music, and related sound effects are from Play It Loud by Jam Studio. Engineering, mixing, and graphic design support provided by the Unsyndicated podcast team. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Off the Air with Sean Baligian on all your favorite channels. While you're there, be sure to rate and review the podcast. Got something to say to Sean? Call the Unsyndicated hotline at 248-237-3257.